Yeah, man, check ting. I want to get some crazy knock on these drums right here. And I got something that usually does the trick, and I'm going to try it right now by flying stuff out of the ASR 10 here into it and then back into here, if that makes any sense. So I'm going out into this special box and then back in. So let's just start up the drums and we'll go over to the mixer and I'll show you what I'm doing. Check it out. All right, so check this out. Maybe I should mute stuff. Let me do that first. All right, so I'm muted now, but ASR 10, special box right here. This aux send is running out to the special box and back in. And we're just going to compare the two. Maybe not. Maybe I'll show you what I'm doing. Yeah, let me show you what I'm doing. All right, so we're at the back of this Marantz Vintage Tube Preamp. Super old. Way old. Anyhow, it has a tendency to like accentuate the mid range, like really that snare range. And it does it in such a way that it just makes snares just have this dull kind of hit to them. You'll hear. But anyway, so I'm going out. Well, let's start with the end first. I'm going out of the tape. What am I doing? I'm always getting confused. I'm going, out of the preamp into the mixer and back into, no, that's not it. I'm coming in from the aux end from the ASR 10 into this input. And then I'm going out back to the Mackie mixer. So it's just like almost kind of like a weird insert. I'm just basically passing through it. But in the process of passing through it, it really does what it does. And these tubes, yeah, they're pretty toasty right about now, so they're ready to go. But anyway, let's go to the front and see how it really changes the sound. All right, cool. So here we are. And I'm basically running in. I've turned down the bass a little bit, which really doesn't matter. This is the magic thing here. This is like an onboard filter cutoff. And when you move it, it just kind of, just passing through it really just does a whole lot. But when you move it, you get to dial in a sweet spot to where the drums just kind of hit a certain way. So let's listen to it now, and then we'll do an A-B. So I'll just start everything up. ASR 10's right beside me. Check this out. Already, right? Check that. There we go. And then let's move it back. This one kind of knocks pretty hard too. It's crazy. So even though this is super old, it gives this kind of modern lo-fi type of feel to it. All right, let's go check out the comparison. ASR 10, Marantz. They're both muted right now, so let's start with the ASR 10. Here we go. All right, switch over to Marantz. Super mid-range bump, right? ASR 10. Marantz. Marantz. The thing about the ASR 10 is it puts so much bottom on everything. So things could get drowned out in the low end because it's so fat. Like everything else, like you got low end, you got a nice smooth mid range, and then you just got nice warm sparkly high end. But the mid range kind of could get lost in a warm way if you don't accentuate it. And that's what that Marantz over there does wicked. It just brings back snap. So that's what I'm kind of experimenting with today, is just bringing it out with that. So in tracking, I could track out the entire snare section or anything that I want to really accentuate that mid end through that Marantz, right? And I'll be good to go. And it's got a whole lot more color to it. Like there's so many things you could do, but it's so vintage. Or it's really the high quality high end is not right there. And this is a consumer product. Don't get me wrong. This isn't a studio piece. but it really takes you like decades back in the past to a sound that I don't think you're going to find anywhere. And it's not like it's something special, it's just completely different. So let's go through some colors that it can make. So you get that sort of tacky high end. Mogged out. Now check this. Instant lo-fi. And don't get me wrong, when I'm saying lo-fi, I just mean what the current things that people are looking for today. Also in the true sense of low fidelity. It really kind of degrades stuff in a analog way. Like I've tracked vocals through this. I've done a lot through this. And I've only found it useful in situations like these where the mid end, or if you want to roll off the high end, where you have like, sort of like on female vocals where you want that just nice sort of compressed mid-range close-up vocal sound. This thing does wicked on that because you could roll off the high end, dial up the filter, and you just get this really super intimate sound. But anyway, that's all I wanted to show you for today. I'll check you guys on the next one. Peace.